Do you know what genetically modified ingredients are that are in our food? In a lot of our food? In America, anyways. Because ironically, they're banned in like 26 countries, like totally banned. And then in like 60 other countries, yeah, 60 other countries, there's significant um, rules and regulations in place um, for food containing these ingredients. And many of these ingredients are pesticides that are found in Roundup, which kills our weeds, and it's a pesticide. And they're linked to uh, Hodgkin's, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, liver disease, gastrointestinal disease, autism, um, and the elderly, what is it? Dementia, cancers, reproductive organs, endocrine systems, nerve damage that's irreversible. Well, why are they adding this to our food? And why aren't they telling us? Because I didn't even know what the hell it meant, to be honest with you, until I seen a couple of videos on TikTok that said, gave a little general description about it. But, and I watched them, but I didn't take it any farther than that and dig deep. I looked on a couple of boxes and I was like, huh, yeah. Well, for some reason tonight, I went down the rabbit hole. And I went in my cupboard and I just pulled out a few things because I was trying to show a friend, to be honest. And everything that I pulled out had genetic bioengineering or genetic modification. And I'm like, holy shit, like everything that was made in America that I pulled out of my cupboard. Now, I'm fortunate because I live in Guam. Now, Guam is a U.S. territory, but I'm on the other side of the world from the U.S., almost. And so I'm fortunate that I do have the opportunity to get some of my food here that's from other countries closer by that actually have banned these genetic mutations or modifications to their food, like banned it, like China, Japan, Philippines, Korea. That's the only foods that I found in my cupboard that didn't have it, except peaches and green beans. And they're actually like, this is how you know if it doesn't contain it at this point. Non-GMO. You see? Non-GMO. Non-GMO. But everything else, rice-a-roni, SpaghettiOs, chicken noodle soup, ramen noodles, pancake mix, Trix, Oreo cereal, Pop-Tarts, Hamburger Helper, all of it. And I was like, well, what the hell does bioengineered mean? Or genetic modification. So I looked it up because I was thinking, and it just kept like putting me in circles about it contains DNA that was genetically modified, and it contains the same DNA as GMOs, but it has up to 10 other ones. And I'm like, well, what the fuck does that mean? Like, and then I'm thinking DNA, that's people, humans, DNA. So I'm like, well, does it have people's DNA? Well, is this why they're doing all these abortions and fighting to have abortions, and why all these kids came up missing in Hawaii, and why they're doing all this trafficking, and they're harvesting all these organs and stuff so they can create food with it in it? But I didn't understand that either, and that's still a possibility, but that wasn't the trail I went on today. I veered, and it's the process of altering the genes of a living thing, and it allows us to produce plants, animals, and microorganisms with specific qualities, and it allows just one individual gene or a small number of genes to be inserted into a plant or animal. And microorganisms are usually bacteria, virus, or fungus. Now, what the hell are they using that in our fucking food for one? But the deeper portion of this is, what they're doing is they're targeting the things. They're not using our DNA in the food. They're using the targeted DNA from the plants that are associated with certain diseases or illnesses, or known to be, and pulling it out of one because maybe, let's say, prostate cancer is associated with glucose or something like that. And I'm not saying that that's true. I'm just trying to give an example that's off the top of my head right now. Say prostate cancer is associated with glucose. Well, you're going to pull the gene out of that snowball that a man probably isn't. I mean, obviously men eat everything and women do too, but generally speaking, and put that into, let's say, some beef, a steak, some potatoes. So now, when you've placed that gene into the potato, it alters the DNA and then starts to replicate that DNA with that added gene. So now the likelihood of a man eating the potato and getting prostate cancer and dying has skyrocketed compared to him eating the snowball and getting prostate cancer and dying. Because the snowball is probably not going to affect a child's prostate, right? But it'll affect a man's. And if a man's going to eat steak over a snowball, well, why not pull the gene out of here and put it in there? Right? Well, if this gene is for kids is causing autism, is found in steak, well, let's pull it out of there and let's put it in the hot dogs. Kids love hot dogs. Let's give them autism. It's associated with autism, so let's put it where the kids can get it, right? If this, they know which genes are susceptible to which, just like a woman can go get tested for a susceptibility of breast cancer because of her family history to see if she carries the gene that's associated with the breast cancer. Doesn't mean she's going to get breast cancer, it just means she's at a higher risk of getting it. Well, they're putting those genes in us. So we're at a higher risk of getting these specific illnesses and disorders, and they're attacking our children, their reproductive systems, and their cognizance and learning abilities. They're attacking the adults' health, cancer, and kidneys, liver, prostates, breast cancer, brain cancer, tumors, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, gastrointestinal stuff, and then the elderly, dementia, and Alzheimer's. So they're going after the elderly who are well aware of the truth because they've been here and watched it change. They're affecting their memory. Take it away. Well, if they can't remember, they can't tell anyone, right? They're affecting the adults, reproductive system, as well as health in general. So we're so consumed by our own sickness and pain and health that we can't focus on what the hell they're doing in the background and in the foreground with a curtain over in front of them. And then our children, who don't know what it used to be and what it's changed to, they are unaware, and they're making them go slower to learn. So by the time they catch up, it's already changed, right? They're targeting our DNA through our food. Just be careful what you eat, man. Be careful what you eat, because almost everything that I pulled out of my cupboard that was from America contains genetically modified or mutated or bioengineered products, and it's killing us. Be careful, guys. I hope this helps. God bless you.